burns a ton of calories, especially if you're doing. Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Alright, we're gonna do something different today. We're actually gonna use a tier list that I did not create myself, right? I just found this on the website. Usually I make my own tier list, but this one I decided to borrow. But obviously I had to change the criteria, right? I had to use the basic Team 3D Alpha ranking system. Alright, so best forms of cardio to burn as many calories as possible given an equal amount of time. So let's say you had 10 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour to burn as many calories as possible. Which of these forms of cardio is number one, and which is at the bottom, right? Obviously all cardio is good. Also keep in mind that just because something scores up here doesn't mean it's good for you, right? Because you also got to factor in the fact that you guys are lifting weights, right? So if something is too intense, yeah, it's going to burn a lot of calories, but it's also going to interfere with your recovery in the gym. So keep that in mind. But anyway, so let's get started, right? Let's pick them at random. Again, the main criteria is what burns the most calories in a given amount of time, right? Let's use 10 minutes as an example. Right, let's get started. Walking, obviously, pure garbage, right? Keep in mind, walking is amazing. It's an amazing form of cardio. In fact, it's my most recommended form of cardio for most of you motherfuckers. But that's mainly because it does not interfere with your recovery from the gym. In fact, it increases your recovery from the gym, right? But for the sake of this video, it's going to be at pure garbage simply because compared to the other items here, you're not going to burn as many calories walking as you will doing stuff like, let's say, football or golf, whatever, okay? So one last time, it's in pure garbage only because we're comparing it to these other methods of cardio for the sake of what burns the most calories. If this video was about best forms of cardio for a bodybuilder, for somebody who's trying to increase recovery, then this would be obviously in I'm about to nut category. All right, next, HIIT, obviously, I'm about to nut category, right? Best of the best, you can't beat it. Obviously, it depends on what you're doing. There are many ways to do HIIT, but maximum intensity followed by short periods of active rest, you're gonna burn a crap ton of calories. Back when I was obsessed with my six-pack and I wanted to be as lean as possible, HIIT was how I did it. But keep in mind, if you're lifting weights on a regular basis, HIIT is horrible, right? It's gonna interfere with your recovery unless you program it perfectly. Next, MMA, fucking amazing, right? Again, I'm assuming maximum intensity. If you just bitching around and walking around and shit, obviously you're not gonna burn a lot, but I'm talking maximum intensity MMA, the opponent in your face constantly, fucking amazing. You're gonna burn a crap ton of calories, right? And again, I'm using MET, right? Metabolic cost of the activities. This is all objective, this is not subjective. Now, if you're obviously doing it with moderate effort, which I don't see why you would, then obviously it would be lower. But fucking amazing for MMA. Boxing would be somewhere down here, right? Mainly because, you know, you're not really grappling with the opponent. Whereas MMA, you boxing, you kicking, you grappling. I mean, it's all in one. All right, next, jump rope. Once again, fucking amazing. I was going to put it higher, but nothing comes close to HIIT. Jump roping will get you shredded, right? Burns a ton of calories. Again, it's going to work your core, your calves, your shoulders, obviously your legs, you know, and it is extremely hard. You don't believe me? Try jump roping for 5 minutes straight. Not even 10 minutes straight, just 5 minutes straight, going as fast as possible. This shit will burn you the fuck out, right? So it burns a ton of calories, but once again, the items that are up here should not be combined with resistance training unless you program a resistance training split to make room for these high intensity activities. Next, golfing. I'm going to put golf at okay. Believe it or not, people thought it was going to be in bad or pure garbage. You actually burn a ton of calories playing golf, right? Because remember, it's a lot of walking and you're also carrying them fucking golf clubs, right? So you're going to be burning slightly more calories than walking. I was going to put it up here, but the reason why it's higher again is because it depends on how heavy your golf clubs are. Now, if you're just riding in your fucking golf cart all day, then of course it's going to go lower, right? It's going to go to either bad or pure garbage. Actually, it's going to go to bad. But if you're actually walking a lot, carrying your heavy-ass golf clubs, it's going to go in okay. Next, rowing is also going to go in okay. Obviously, it's going to go in front of golfing. And I know what you're thinking, oh my God, you know, shouldn't rowing be significantly higher? No, not really, right? You're mainly using your upper body. Don't get me wrong, obviously it's hard, but you're mainly using your upper body. A little bit of legs, but based on MET value, it's not significantly higher. You seated after all. Basketball, fucking amazing. Again, depending on what kind of game you're playing, right? If you're playing half court, then obviously it's not going to be the same. But I'm referring to a full court game of basketball, 5-on-5, running up and down, jumping, grabbing rebounds, blocking, playing defense, dribbling, shooting. Someone who's actually playing on both ends of the court. Holy shit, this is going to burn so many fucking calories. Mainly because this is a full body sport that requires you to run, jump, stop, accelerate, decelerate. I mean, crazy. I mean, it's insane the amount of calories you burn playing a game of basketball full court. All right, I'm going to try to go faster so this video is not too long. Sauna, I'm going to put sauna at pure garbage, right? The MET of sauna is really low. I think it's between 1.7 and 2. Relative to all the other things up here, it's going to be in pure garbage. Football, again, it's between fucking amazing and okay. Obviously, depending on your position, right? If you're a fucking kicker, then that shit is going to be all the way down here, right? If you're a lineman, it's going to be higher. If you're a running back, it's obviously going to be a lot higher. If you're a wide receiver, Jesus Christ, it's going to be an I'm about to nut category, right? So it really depends on your position, right? If you're a cornerback, if you're a receiver, you're mainly going to be up here, right? If you're a running back as well, right? If you're a quarterback, you're obviously going to be lower. So again, it depends on the position. So I'm going to put it on average. I'm going to put it at okay, right? Because again, it depends on your position, right? You could be down here or up here depending on the position you play in football. Soccer, again, also depends on the position, but I'm going to assume you're not a goalie. If you're a goalie, it's going to be really low, right? But obviously, if you're running up and down the big ass field, then you're going to be in fucking amazing category, right? As far as how many calories you're going to burn, right? And most of the positions in football, except for the goalie, are very, very, very active, right? That's the reason why it's higher than football, right? Because in football, you really have a lot of positions that are not burning as many calories. So on average, soccer is higher. And keep in mind, I hate soccer, right? I'm an American football fan, but gotta stay objective. Next, swimming. Fucking amazing, especially if you're doing the butterfly stroke, right? If you're doing some, breaststroke or freestyle, depending on the speed and effort, of course, it's going to be lower. But if you're doing butterfly, holy shit, fucking amazing in terms of calorie burning. Cycling, same thing, depends on your effort, right? But if you go maximum effort, then it's going to go in I'm about to nut category, right? And I'm talking maximum effort, competitive cycling, going uphill. Holy shit, this is going to be an I'm about to nut category when it comes to the amount of calories you burn. If you're just going for a basic stroll, you're just riding your bike around the neighborhood, then you're going to be somewhere between fucking amazing and okay, right? So just because they're different, you got to factor in the intensity, you got to factor in the slope of the hill. I'm going to put that somewhere between fucking amazing and okay, so I'm going to put that here, right? But obviously the higher the effort, the higher it goes. Next, skating, once again, fucking amazing. People really underestimate it. And it's skating also for rollerblading. I'm also going to put rollerblading up here, right? Because keep in mind, not only you're running, but you're also balancing yourself, right? It burns a ton of calories, right? A lot of people are actually surprised at how many calories skating and rollerblading burn. All right, Stairmaster, I'm going to put that at okay, right? Anywhere in here. Again, it depends on how fast you're going, the effort you're using, but pretty much just going upstairs, whether you're using the Stairmaster or just, any stairs, it's going to burn a decent amount of calories. Running, again, if you're going full speed, I'm about to nut category. In fact, it's going to be in front of HIIT, right? If you're going full speed, if you're sprinting maximum speed as if a fucking saber-tooth tiger is chasing you, nothing is going to burn as many calories as a human being who's sprinting maximum speed. Nothing, right? Now, if you're not going maximum speed, then obviously it's going to go down to either fucking amazing or okay, depending on your effort. But maximum speed, I'm about to nut. Tennis is going to be at the very beginning of okay, right? I was going to put it in fucking amazing, right? Because keep in mind, you're also changing directions really fast. It's a full body workout, right? You're using your arms a lot, your hips, you're rotating. You have to be very agile. You're constantly changing directions. But you do not cover a huge distance like in soccer, for instance, right? And you also have breaks, right? So depending on your skill level, it's between fucking amazing and okay. If you're a high skill tennis player, then it's definitely going to be in fucking amazing, right? Because you're almost doing HIIT, almost. If you're an average level tennis player, then it's going to be in okay, right? It also depends on who you're going against. If you're going against somebody who's really good, then yeah, that's definitely going to move up to fucking amazing, because they're going to have you running left, right, constantly, keeping your torso bent, right? Always in a semi-squatted position, But if you're going around, if you're going against some noob, then obviously it's going to be an okay. So again, tennis, it depends, right? So you could put that one here or down here depending on who you're going against. Next, baseball. Again, another thing that heavily depends on your position. So I'm going to put that in okay. You can use common sense here depending on the position, right? If you're constantly running, obviously it's going to go to fucking amazing. If you're just pitching the ball, you're going to be in okay. Next, burpee. Burpee isn't fucking amazing, but once again, it depends on how much you weigh, right? Obviously, the more you weigh, the harder the burpee is going to be. It also obviously depends on how conditioned you are, but pretty much the bigger you are, the more calories burpees are going to burn, right? Because you're jumping, you're getting on the ground, you're getting back up. It uses a lot of agility, uses both your legs and your upper body. So fucking amazing. The elliptical, believe it or not, it's in bad, right? People think this burns a lot of calories, not really, right? Elliptical does not burn as many calories relative to the other items up here, right? The MET is somewhere between 4 and 5. Now, obviously, if you go really fast and really intense, right, you really increase that intensity, of course, it's going to go up to okay, and in some rare instances to fucking amazing. But most of the time, it's going to be between bad and okay, right? Last but not least, dancing. Guys, dancing burns a fuck ton of calories. A fuck ton of calories, especially if you're doing obviously high intense, dancing, right? If you're doing some basic slow jam bullshit, right? Obviously you're not gonna burn jack shit, but if you're doing really intense dancing where you constantly spinning and having to balance yourself and doing flips and shit, yeah, it's in fucking amazing, right? It's nowhere close to obviously MMA, but you get the point, right? So dancing, fucking amazing. You'll be amazed at how many calories you burn if you're constantly moving, jumping, spinning, moving your arms, your legs, right? Now, if you're a shit dancer, if you're barely moving, then it's going to go between okay and bad, right? But assuming you're a really good dancer or you're doing some fucking crazy crackhead dance, then it's fucking amazing. But it's at the very end of fucking amazing, right? So don't even think for a second that somebody who's dancing crazy is burning as many calories as somebody who's jump roping or doing MMA, right? The rest of these I pretty much put them, anywhere I wanted to, but you get the hint. Anyway, guys, those are the most popular forms of cardio ranked by metabolic cost, right? What burns the most calories, assuming body weight is equal and time is equal. So if your sole purpose is to burn fat, to burn as many calories as possible, these are the items that you want to pick, right, in the top 2. Now, once again, if you're resistance training and you don't want to impair your recovery, then you want to pick the items down here, right, at the bottom 3. Most of my clients, I have them just do walking, right, because it's cardio, increases blood flow, it speeds up recovery, and it does not interfere with their recovery, right? The only downside is because it's all the way down here, they just have to do, they have to spend slightly more time on these activities in order to make up for the low intensity. But anyway, guys, hope this video helps. Let me know what you want me to rank in next Tuesday's episode of Top Tier Tuesday. See you guys in the Reddit. Alright, guys, don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus Overload Training Program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push-pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future editions. So visit team3dalpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. Alright, guys, I'm out of here.